So sorry it's been absolutely forever since I filmed my last video, my last pregnancy update, but it's just been one of those manic few weeks. I think it's been 3 weeks since my last pregnancy update, which is just mad because the time is going so quick. I can't keep up. So I'm going to talk about my symptoms for the past 3 weeks. They're pretty much the same, so it's not going to be, I'm not going to go on about the same symptoms that I've gone on about before. So I'm going to talk about my symptoms, my 20-week appointment. I can't even remember if I talked about that, but I'm going to talk about that. My anatomy scan, if I hadn't mentioned it before, apologise if I have. But basically, I will talk about that. I will talk about some upcoming appointments that I have, and then I will do a update, probably in a week or so, updating you on my 2 appointments that I have booked for this week as well. I showed you my bump shot at the beginning. I thought before I forget, I'm just going to put the clip in at the beginning so that while I remember, so that I don't forget again, because I always seem to forget putting my bump shot in. So you can see I am quite big. I am actually going to be 24 weeks this Wednesday, so I am a bit behind on my pregnancy updates, but again, I don't have a lot to update on apart from my anatomy scan and a few other new symptoms I've had. So the first new symptom I've had is Braxton Hicks. I haven't really had that many recently. They've become more irregular, but I've recently been on holiday. I went on holiday to Great Yarmouth last week. I have a short vlog that I filmed, some clips of my daughter because it was their first holiday. And it was actually the Monday before that I actually started getting really, really bad Braxton Hicks, and it felt like not labour obviously, but it felt like the same type of contractions that I had when I was in labour with Caitlin, but obviously not as strong. I knew that they were Braxton Hicks. They were quite uncomfortable. They were like the bottom of my abdomen and just below my belly button would go really rock hard, and it'd feel like something was squeezing. And I kept having that from about lunchtime till about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and then I went to bed and it kind of went away, which led me to not go to the hospital, because otherwise I would have gone, because I was having a lot of them. But yeah, they were just happening every like 3 minutes. It felt like every 3 minutes, and it would just be tightening and then not tightening and then tightening and not tightening and then tightening, and it was really freaking me out because I never had this with my first pregnancy. With your second, you are more likely to get Braxton Hicks anyway, so I kind of expected it, but I was still surprised with the intensity that they were. But I did put it down to having far too much hummus, which does cause a lot of gas, and I have put it down to gas because it has gone away, and I've had maybe 3 or 4 a day, but they usually happen later in the day, and I don't have any more. As long as I rest and I don't walk too much, it's not too bad, but it has gone away. It's not as much as it was, and I don't have any other symptoms of pre-labour or anything like that, touch wood, so that's really good. So that's been the main symptom that I've had for the past 3 weeks, and that was 2 weeks ago now, on exactly the Monday. Other symptoms I've had: tiredness, I've been feeling a bit of low blood pressure, but it's not as bad as it has been, which is good. I've been feeling weak when I wake up in the morning, but I think that's down to low blood sugar, and when I eat, when the day goes on, I do get more energy. Plus I have a baby, even though she is very active and she can kind of she can occupy herself more. She doesn't require me to carry her around, and she can move around by herself, so I don't have to run around as much. But I'm still obviously having to watch her because she is only 10 months. I'm not complaining about that at all. I'm just saying that's probably why I feel more tired and more weak. I've been feeling pressure down low in my pelvis, but it doesn't last very long. The baby sort of moves around so much. I've been feeling so much movement, so many kicks and rolls, and it's just really nice to feel. Obviously it's nice to feel your baby move, and so he tends to go quite low, but he goes high up again, if that makes sense. So I feel pressure, but then it eases off. If I rest, it eases off, which with Caitlin, that didn't happen. She was constantly low down. She gave me so much pressure and pain, and it was just really worrying. Like a lot of the times, this time it's a lot more easier on me, apart from the Braxton Hicks, but again, they have eased off now. So I had my 20-week anatomy scan, which was obviously at 20 weeks. It was exactly 20 weeks that I had it done, and that went really well. I was really nervous because I'm always nervous with scans. I always worry that something has gone wrong, but everything went perfectly. It lasted about 25 to 30 minutes, and then she did all the measurements and everything. The baby's measuring bang on, well, was measuring bang on 20 weeks. I haven't had another scan since then, so that was really good. I think the baby should weigh about, like, how the stage of pregnancy I am at now, the baby should be like between 1 to 1.3 pounds and 30 centimetre long, I think, and should be the size of an eggplant, which feels like just huge. Hence the movements I've been feeling. He does feel like a lot bigger, and he's at the stage where he's starting to put on more weight now. And another symptom that I missed out is increased hunger. I cannot stop eating. So that's a sign that obviously he is getting bigger and putting on weight, which is awesome. So yeah, she did all my measurements. They were all really good. Bit confusing because they do so many measurements. They look at everything and everything. I didn't have to go back. With Caitlin, I had to go back again because she was in an awkward position, and I had to go back a second time. But luckily this time they managed to get all the measurements in that appointment, so that was really good. I can't talk today. I didn't even have to wait that long to be seen. So that was really, really good. With my 13-week scan, it took like over half hour before I went in for my appointment. Yeah, everything's really good. I will insert a picture here. So a couple of appointments I've got planned for this week. I have a midwife appointment for when I'm exactly 24 weeks on this Wednesday, and that's just basically because of the bleeding episode that I had. At Touchwood, I haven't had anything since then, but I do have an appointment with my midwife just to kind of catch up, just to check me out, check everything's okay, just like a chat really. It's nothing big for that appointment. And then on Thursday I have another scan that I don't really know why they've booked it, but I mean, I'm not complaining because I love seeing the baby. But this scan's a blood flow scan to check the blood flow from the placenta to the baby, and I think they're going to do a cervical length check as well. So that's this Thursday, the 29th of June. So I will, like I said, I will film an update next week, updating you on those 2 appointments. But aside from that, I don't have anything more to really update on, other than the anatomy scan, which went, like I said, went really well. So I'll probably end this here and add in a little vlog. Maybe, I think my daughter is going to be sleeping soon because she's getting a bit restless, and I'm going to spend some time with her now. So I will see you next week in my next video. Bye.
Right. Oh dear, what's that all about? Okay.
Boo. Boo. Where's Caitlin? Where's Caitlin gone? Here she is. She has a tooth. You can't see it. No way you can see it, but she has a tooth. Her first tooth. 10 months. Yay. Where's Caitlin? Where's Caitlin gone? Where's Caitlin? Where's Mummy's girl? Boo. Boo. Hello. Hello. You're so cute. Oh, tired. cute. What are you doing? Funny. She likes putting funny faces. Oh.